my question today is whether or not how many people can touch their toes? Yeah. Believe it or not many people actually. It's an awesome amount actually. It's just hard to believe, but a lot of people can't because they don't have the type of ability because they don't stretch. And the benefits of stretching are immense. A lot of people think, in order to do so, you have to, always be active, and you have to be training like every day, sort of like how I do, or other athletes, or be like super into yoga or anything like that. But it's pretty incredible to think that such a simple thing can help you day by day. The reality is that stretching helps for preventing injury. It increases your range of motion. It's a huge stress reliever, and it improves just things like circulation. Helps you actually feel more alert, and believe it or not, it actually increases your posture. It makes it a lot better for you actually. And it doesn't take much. It takes about like 15 minutes a day. You'd maybe doing a few seconds for each stretch. It's somewhere between 15 and 30, and sometimes you want to repeat it once or twice each one, depending if you're tight that day. And as you get better and do it over time, and sometimes you don't even have to do it every day. The reality is that having that time to just even for yourself, it's really helpful for your health, and being more limber. It'll actually keep you out of the hospital more often, less chances of getting injured, no big surgery bills and all that. So it's very helpful. In terms of like increasing your range of motion, how many people have been trying to reach that like cup on the top shelf and just not been able to reach it just because you've been lifting a little too much and you're just a little tight that day, or it can be kind of hard to find yourself in a situation where you need that extra, like, just that little bit. It helps a lot. And it actually helps a lot with being coordinated. Having that kind of range of motion, you find that you learn to, you're more aware of your body. It helps you very much in getting, knowing where how you're stepping, and it's actually very helpful. And being, an athlete, at least for me, it helps a lot for sports and such like that. And I'm sure too. Nothing actually is better than actually feeling good about yourself. And that's what I find is the most important part. It helps you. You wake up in the morning and you find yourself, relaxed. It helps you just calm and prepare for the day. And it's like I said, it's a very good, helpful thing for your energy level and keeping you from feeling sore over the course of the day. Now, some good stretching methods that I've learned from over the years is the first one, a neck stretch. And if anybody want to do it right now, anyone want to? It's kind of really everyone's not really.
Can you do it in your chair?
Yeah, you could actually. If you put your, pretty much you go from one ear and you drop your neck and you're swinging around to the other side, and that's great. If you've ever found yourself, getting out of bed and being sore and, stretching your back, just, feeling it crack from side to side, stretching really helps to relieve that kind of stress. There's also the hamstring stretch, which is where you lift your ankle a little bit and you just pull down from here, and that really targets your hamstring, and it helps for loosening that muscle. There's also the quad stretch. This is a pretty classic one. Everyone pretty much knows it. It's always good to have something to hold on to when you're doing it, or at least a buddy. There's also things like the tricep and bicep stretch, which you can get just by grabbing your arms and sort of tightening them up from behind you. I always like to do that with a partner, but in that case you wouldn't be holding, you wouldn't be squeezing both your hands. You'd actually have someone hold both of your arms and sort of bring them together, and that really opens up your chest and helps for loosening up your shoulders. there's also, this one's kind of funny. This is a back stretch, and I don't do this all the time, but you get on, you're like all fours, and then you loosen up by arching your back, and then rounding it out at up top. And there's also things like the hip and glute stretch, which is also, excuse me for being on the ground, but it's when you bring your knee pretty much to your chest, and you put your other knee behind your ankle, and you pull in. And this here targets your lower, or not your lower, your upper gluteal muscles. So don't forget to stretch. It's really important that, you know, for a healthy lifestyle and staying and keeping yourself safe, to stretch, and you know, and it really it's so beneficial. It helps you with your increase of range of motion. Not only does it lessen your risk of injuries, but you know, it makes you feel so much better at the end of the day. And I always feel like I've accomplished something once I'm done, and it's a great thing to do. And then the next time someone asks you, you know, can you touch your toes? You know, you say, yeah, I can do that. Thank you.
Thank you.